What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? You know why I'm here. 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 Kanye Tizzle went on TMZ. And I don't know. I don't know about TMZ as a news place, but you got the shines in uproar. Kanye said 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice. Now, he didn't put it in the best of terms. You know, it sounded like whatever. You know, I'm not going to dismiss, you know, the real life choices that ancestors had to make. You know, it's do or die. You know what I mean? But I'm a real nigga, and I'll keep it 100. If you know anybody asks you about Uncle Hotep, they'll be like, man, he kept it 100. And you know, I find it strange that just 2 months ago, Black Panther came out, right? Fucking sold whole types of records and ticket sales. Y'all saw it 2-3 times. Uncle Hotep stalled on bootleg. It was a great flick. And, you know, y'all love Killmonger. Killmonger was, you know, they say that Killmonger is a Hotep, a problematic Hotep. You know, they wrote fake pieces about Killmonger. He was the primary villain of Black Panther. If you haven't seen the movie, go see the goddamn movie. Killmonger ends up, you know, losing his life at the end. Killmonger says one of the line in the movie. Hold on. I want to get this right. I want to get this correct. I want to get hold on. Where am I at? Killmonger. He had a very few choice words at the end. You know, T'Challa was holding him, you know, and he's like, you could save him. He said, no, man, throw me in the ocean. You know, he said, throw me in the ocean. Oh, I'm about to bring it up. Bury me in the sea with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, because they knew death was better than bondage. Now, I thought, you know, that line was a little bit like, okay. Now, that's true. Like, either you be a slave or you're not, you know, or you could try to live to fight for another day. But, you know, the Shine, the African American, the Akada of the Shine, they loved it. They loved it. They all said that was the hardest line in the movie. I think Charlemagne said he loved that line. Charlemagne the God. What's different from what that just said? Saying, bury me in the sea with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage. This is what Killmonger said in his last dying breath. Y'all loved that line. Y'all said that was one of the greatest lines in movie history. Y'all were Team Killmonger off of that line. Kanye said 400 years of slavery was a choice. You mean to tell me my grandparents, they chose to be slaves? I mean, the real hard answer is yes. My ancestors chose to be slaves. Your ancestors chose to be slaves. That's all there is to it. Like, this is what I'm talking about in Black America. You know, we can't answer the hard questions about ourselves. We can never do it. It's always deflecting. It's always calling somebody coon. It's always saying, oh, white supremacy this. Oh, it's the white man's fault. We can never come to grips with the hard realities of ourselves. And, you know, and we're victims to this Hollywood propaganda. You know, these slave movies, they keep coming out, you know, where they just get brutaler and brutaler every year. They have you thinking that, yo, you couldn't do nothing. Meanwhile, we'll read Booker T. Washington's book, and he said some people went back to work after the slaves were free. Some just went right back to work for the plantation. How hard was it? Listen, some might have had, if they didn't want to be slaves, they try to revolt. You know they're going to put the guns on you and everything else. We all know that. You know, y'all trying to say that's not a choice. No, that still is a choice. How do you explain the Haitian Revolution? I know Haiti had particular circumstances that the people in North America did not have. The black slaves in North Carolina. I know this. We know this. We can acknowledge that. But yet and still, they still had to make that choice. It wasn't an easy choice. What was it, 13 years of guerrilla warfare? They made the choice to free themselves. Now, you can't just be like, y'all can get mad at it if you want. But it's surprising to me. At one hand, y'all kill this movie that y'all said y'all couldn't wait to see black people on the big screen being superheroes. You couldn't wait to see that. And then y'all praise this last line in the movie like this was the greatest line of all time. That you wish that you could utter these same words. Yet when you get down to it, saying it's a choice, they chose to jump over the ship because they didn't want to be slaves no more. They didn't want to be in bondage. That's real. That's what, it's hard. I know black people. I know that's hard to accept. But you have to accept some of this stuff, man. We have to accept it. You know, he's getting killed for this. I know. Because y'all are not going to think deeply on it. You're not going to think too deeply on it. You're just not. You know, I can't understand how you can't when you just said this line was one of the greatest lines of all time. And it's basically doubling down on what Kanye said. Like, y'all can't be serious with this shit, man. Harriet Tubman, did she not make a choice? Now, I looked up that quote Harriet Tubman talking about she could have freed 1,000 more if they didn't know they wasn't free, if they knew if they wanted it to be free. Snoop said there's no record of it. So somebody might have, I don't know. But y'all ran with that quote. Did Harriet Tubman not make a choice? Did slaves from the Underground Railroad not make a choice? You see what I'm saying? You're not saying, if you disagree with Kanye, you're disrespecting Harriet Tubman, you're disrespecting Frederick Douglass, you're disrespecting the people of Haiti. If you disagree with what Kanye is saying, you're disrespecting all of them. Now, I know y'all can say he didn't put it right. You know what I mean? It is a hard choice. I'm not, don't let this confuse. But there's other people on this earth that have had that same set of circumstances. They chose death or just chose fight, and some won, just like Haiti. They won. You see what I'm saying? It's just like today. You know, the thing about it is, you know, black Americans, they want that acceptance into white quote unquote America. And even if they try to say it, they want to be viewed as peers. I say this all the time. Farrakhan said, let Pharaoh go. Y'all have not let Pharaoh go. And this is a prime example. Because some people on the slave, y'all say some slaves were house niggas. They obviously made the choice to be in the house, right? You see what I'm saying? We're not being truthful with ourselves. We just want to be outraged over shit, mad over shit. And not look at the mirror and look at the fine with a microscope and look at the fine print. We don't ever want to do that. We don't ever want to do that. It's fake. It's phony. It's trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to backtrack it or not. You know what I mean? But what he said is factually true. It was a fucking choice. You know what I mean? And people made that choice time and time again. Some people you'll say they chose life over that, and that's fine. But that's still a choice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can't sit there and say Haiti chose to rebel. Siege Haiti rebel and just say we didn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they had better advantages or not. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. Like I said, they was away from France. You know what I mean? They could cut supply lines and all that. They had advantages over that. But did we even get to that level so you can take care? Because I'm sure we could have took some advantages of the terrain in North America. You got to remember, America was different way back then. I don't know what to say, man. Kanye's he's going to have a hell of an album rollout, and I'm listening to it. I'm not going to, he's not going to make me stop listening to it because he said we chose to sound like a choice. You know what I mean? It was. He could have phrased it a little bit better, but you know what I mean? I'm not going to kill him for that. I understand what he's saying. You know what I mean? But y'all's phony. Y'all corny for this shit, man. I see Mark Lamont. What was Hill? Mark Lamont Hill? Yeah. Let's say when Kanye was complaining about, they wouldn't let him in the fashion industry. And he was begging like Steve Jobs and them for help for money. Like, it doesn't even go together, dog. Like, y'all fucking reaching for fucking shit, man. Just think about it for a second. Just think. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotel. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.